Okay, for this video, I'm going to show you how to deal with the half angles formula. So how do I know it's a half? Well, something like this. For example, here's a good one to see. See this 112.5? That 0.5 refers to half of something, okay? Now here is another thing that is kind of, I'm not sure if that's half or something, but if you think about your unit circle, there is no 165 degree on it. So that must have been a half or something. Some problems they'll say, well, use the half angle to solve this problem, all right? So what I would do first is I'm gonna say, what angle in the world is going through a half? It's like, what is this angle? Then it ended up with 165, right? So basically you take the two that's dividing here, just cross multiply it up. So now that will be, that's gonna be 32, so 330. So that's what you do. So this angle here should be 330 because 330 divided by 2 is 165. So that's your start. Okay, always start with something. See if we can highlight that color. I can't get that color. All right, whatever. So sine. Now I know 165 came from 330 divided by 2. So I'm going to write 330 divided by 2. Okay, for this kind of problem, what they're going to ask you to do is, I'm going to erase this part so make sure you pay attention to it, is to find the exact value without using calculators. Okay, so now the next best thing is this guy. So I see this formula has a half angle in it. It's a sine of something divided by 2. So now your A is your 330. Okay, so divide by 2 is part of the formula. When you write, you have to write these here. Now, the plus and the minus, I'll talk about it when it's over. Alright, so we're going to write the formula. Hold on, I shouldn't be shrinking that yet. So this formula now is going to be written with the angle 330 in it. So it's a plus and a minus. Alright, so 1 minus cosine, and again this would be alpha. Your alpha is 330. Okay, all divided by 2. Okay, so once you get that, I don't need this formula anymore. That's just to help me set up that equation there. So now I'm going to use my unit circle. Alright, here's my unit circle. 330 is somewhere down there. It's almost 360. And we're talking about the cosine of that angle. So the cosine would be the x value on that angle, which is √3/2. It's a positive √3/2. So I'm going to use that there. And basically it's over right now as far as pre-calc is concerned. The rest is, the rest is just going to be simplifying your roots and stuff, your fractions. Okay, so now this is a layer of fraction over fraction. Make that longer. So you have to simplify that top fraction first and then divide by the bottom two. So how is that going to work? Keep my plus and a minus option here. Common denominator is the key. So I'm going to make a 1 here as 2/2 because 2 divided by 2 is 1. It's just common denominator. So I'm going to get 2 minus √3/2. Then I have another layer of dividing by 2, right? Because this 2 is still here. The ones in green are the one I simplify on the top floor. So we're going to keep this fraction, change that dividing into multiplying, and multiply by the reciprocal. My students taught me how to say keep, change, flip. KFC. So you keep this one here, you move that way and then multiply. So 2 over 1 now would be 1 over 2, right? So let me shrink this down. Okay. That would be, there's no more denominator here, so that should be 2 times 2 in the bottom, that should be root of 4, right? The top doesn't matter, it's just gonna stay like that. Now if you have root of the top like that, you can't simplify the top, but you could simplify the 4, go for it. So root of 4 should be 1/2. So it should be like this, okay? Should be a 2, but then it should be 1/2. Misspoke. So this should be 2. And when I said 1/2, I mean you can write the 1/2 this way. Okay, so either way, however you prefer to write your 1/2. Should be a plus and a minus. Okay, so now we're gonna think, which sign do I want to keep? Well, you're gonna be looking at the original question. It says it's gotta be 163 degrees. 163, this is 180. All right, and this is 90. So 165. My bad, I can't read numbers. So 165 is somewhere here. So now the sign is the y value, right? So the y value on that part of the quadrant should be the positive. So your answer here is the positive answer, not the negative answer. So I'm gonna write like this. It's okay to have the 2 minus a baby root of 3, like that. And there's a 2 down here. It came from the root of 4. Okay, it's a positive. All right, that's the end.